So in this video, we're going to check the switch statement. The switch statement will evaluate an expression. It will check for a case and execute the statement that is going to be associated with that case. So we're going to add something like this. We're going to add a comment, switch. And it's going to be like this. We're going to add, for example, a variable right here, const payment method, and we're going to add something like cash. So then we're going to start our switch statement. Switch. Then we open the parentheses, and this is going to be the expression that we are going to evaluate. Then we open the curly braces, and this is going to be the body of the switch statement. So right here we want to evaluate this payment method. Then we're going to write the cases. So we're going to add case, and we're going to add, for example, cash. And we're going to add the statement that is going to be associated. For example, when the expression that we are evaluating is cash, is going to execute this code. Console.log. And I'm going to add the template literal. We're going to add your payment method is, and I'm going to add the $sign, curly braces, and we're going to select the payment method right here. The switch statement also requires a break. So we're going to create another cases right here. We're going to add another one. Let's add another one. So for example, the second one is going to be a check. So check. We're going to add your payment method is, and right after this, I'm going to add, we will verify the funds, something like that. Then we're going to add the card is going to be another case that we want to evaluate. So it's going to be your payment method is, and we're going to add right here, processing, something like that. So we're going to save this, and now you can see that we have your payment method is cash. We're going to change this. We're going to add, for example, card. And now you can see we have your payment method is card, and we have processing. And also we have check. So we're going to check right here. So you can see we have your payment method is check, and we will verify the funds. So maybe you add something here, for example, nothing. And you can see that we are not printing anything. So in the switch statement, you will have something called the default. We're going to add default, and we're going to send this value to the console. Please select a valid payment method. And this will also require a break. So break like this, and now you can see we have please select a valid payment method. So you can see that this looks more cleaner than the if statement, but switches are not really common in JavaScript. Actually, not really common in any programming language. But I think I like the syntax of the switch. For me, they look more cleaner than if statements. But obviously, the if statements are more common. So this is the switch statement. We're going to remove everything from here. We're going to create another example. Here we're going to assign a variable from the switch case. So we're going to add something like this, and we're going to add a const is going to be equals to cars. The same array with cars that we have added before. Camaro, Mustang, and Challenger. We're going to add something like this. Then we're going to add, for example, let car, and we're going to print the card based on the selection of the switch statement or the value. So we're going to create a new variable called, for example, const select. It's going to be equals to 2 at the moment. We have an array, so this one is going to be 0. This one is going to be 1, and this one is going to be number 2. So we're going to evaluate this select, and then we're going to write the cases. We're going to add case 0. In this case, it's going to be car. The variable car is going to be equal to cars at position 0. Then we are going to add the break. So we're gonna add two more lines, two more copies of this, like this. Then the case is going to be one right here, two, two here, and two. So finally, we're gonna append this value into the car variable. So it's going to be available right here. So we're going to add console.log, and your selected car is, we're gonna add $, curly braces, and the variable car. So you can see we have selected number 2. So it's going to add the car that is on the index 2 from the array. It's going to be added into the variable called car. So save this. And now you can see we have your selected car is a Challenger. So let's say that we added number 0 is going to be the Camaro. And finally, the number 1 is going to be the Mustang. So you can also, for example, in the previous example, we print the value in the cases, but you can also, for example, give the variable any value and then print that value outside of the switch statement. Those are the most common scenarios that you will face when you are working with switch statements. So in the next video, let's continue working. We're gonna take a look at for loops.